The worst depression I've ever been in my life was the 6 months that I didn't have custody. And it was the worst 6 months of my life. I couldn't imagine losing her. I first met Bester Community of Hope, met Joan, shortly after Lily started pre-K at Bester. We had some issues with her mother, and it got back to the school, and the school put us in contact with Bester Community of Hope.
Our mission is to build hope, to allow children to remain at home and within their community to thrive. We want to ensure that there is equity among families in every community and within the community that we serve.
Organizations go through periods where opportunity comes along, and I think for us, an opportunity came along where we learned about more modern and innovative ways to make a difference in the lives of kids, and that's what we're about. We still have treatment and foster care, but now we're doing a broad service array at the community level. We're in local schools, we're in homes and providing family services, we're offering a health clinic. There's many different options of services, and we're working with more people today than we've ever worked with.
All right, then we're going to turn our hips.
When I first came on board here at Bester Elementary School last school year, I was blown away. I was in awe with the amount of resources that were available to the school and the surrounding community. I was really excited about the opportunity to minimize barriers to student achievement by removing that boundary and replacing it with a bridge with that homeschool connection through the Community of Hope partnership.
Boys, come go over
Absenteeism is a really big problem in our community. I thought that perhaps if we can all help the kids get to school, inspire them to get to school, and I thought that would be a great thing. And since there are no school buses in this area, there's only, I believe, one, most of the kids do walk. I thought that having the community help them get to school and be involved and inspire them to be better people, I thought that would be the best thing to do. Of course, Bester Community of Hope, we could not have done any of this without them.
A lot of energy that we have today goes into Bester Elementary School. And when we asked what it was that was needed, they said, we need opportunities after school, that cost is not an issue, that are exciting and enriching, that kids want to be involved with. So we did it. Different community leaders or community organizations will come in and lead a club. It could be something like our Girls on the Run program, where a local coach and a parent might lead an activity where girls are learning how to get stronger physically, but they're also learning confidence skills. And we actually have a local police officer who's part of our community. His name's Alec Ruthier, who actually joins us in that process.
By putting Alec down in that area and working with the Bester community, it was about getting to know them and then them getting to know him, so there was a communication that was starting up again that we hadn't had for a while. With that comes trust. It starts to humanize the uniform.
Did you turn it over when you fell?
Yeah.
The Community Free Clinic provides health care to students at Bester Elementary who have no access to acute care throughout the day. It's all about access. This program provides access to health care. And in this vulnerable population, these children, many of them had not seen a doctor in many years. So we've been able to get them up to date on their immunizations and make sure that they're where they need to be, and that they themselves have a level of security in knowing that if they're sick, someone's going to take care of them.
There were non-English speaking parents that were a part of the elementary school that would come into school and not be able to communicate with the school about their needs. And so as a part of that process, Joan Balbuena facilitates a group where non-English speaking parents can come in and actually interact with non-Spanish speaking folks from the community. And they teach each other how to speak conversational English or conversational Spanish, with the idea ultimately being that these parents have a greater ability to access services, but more importantly, they have each other. And that's another example of an outcome for us, that people are connected to each other.
We have to partner with people. We don't have the resources as a public school
to meet their every need, but we certainly see their every need. So we welcome partners of all types that come into the school system. And across our school system, our staff has turned out and supported it. Our parents have turned out and supported various events. Our local business leaders, our elected officials, the Fletcher Foundation has been a huge support to kick this off.
To date, we have committed approximately $495,000 to providing the initial funding to move this project from where it started as a vision to the reality where we're seeing concrete achievements, because we're bringing family services directly to them before the family disintegrates.
We have a community advisory board that's comprised of local residents, businesses, and community organizations. Rudy Crumpy and Crumpy's Donuts, they're a local business that, they're really an icon and a landmark for our community.
I grew up in this neighborhood and our business is here, and we want the neighborhood and the community to be safe. We want it to be a nice place to live, and we want to try to make it better. We have to, look out for each other if we can.
I think the goal is long term.
Our goals are collaboration. We believe that we can do more together. And so Bester Community of Hope is really a natural fit because they're really bringing together collaboration. We all have limited time, we have limited money. If you pull those resources, then you're able to do things that you were not able to do before. Bester Community of Hope isn't just a name, it really has provided hope to the community. And people are feeling more like there are positive things happening here. They're talking more positively about the community and even about themselves.
It's really pretty exciting to think about folks coming together and being creative and not getting stuck in, well, that's your job, this is my job, we can't work together. But really looking at this is a community that needs supports and services, so let's figure out how we can do it. I absolutely believe that what's happening in the Bester community with the partnerships there is something that can be replicated. Would it necessarily be replicated to the exact T of Bester? No, because it would need to be community driven. So depending on what the community needs are, they're going to shape what that is. But the idea of building partnerships and working together in different ways is absolutely something that can be replicated and should be replicated across communities.
Well, I think hope is life-saving. That really, in times of crisis, that hope could be the difference between a life-saving decision or a life-ending one. Hope for families helps our staff keep doing this work. It's incredibly challenging work. And you have to have hope that the work that we're doing makes a difference. We can't always see it, but people have to believe that it makes a difference. And people have to have hope that children are better off because we work together to make their family stronger.
It's inspired me to really start trying to become a better part of my community, better father, and just really do things I never would have thought about doing on my own. Lily and I are as close as I could hope for. I really couldn't ask for a better kid. Like, she makes me proud every day, and she makes me feel like I'm doing something right. And I don't feel that very often.